What's up, guys? Welcome on in. What's up, everybody? How you doing? How's it hanging? What's up? Let me go to my sound settings really quick. Demon and New Axe, welcome on in, guys. Let me go down to Spotify. I have it on music, which is perfect. But I also think that... What do I have Discord on? I have Discord on music. I don't want Discord on game. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only way to really do it. And then I need to put, I guess, this just into system. Yeah, I guess that's the only way. Guess that's the only way. Because Discord is music. We can hide that. Turn that on. Okay. Is it the 29th yet? Yo, he said, don't forget to watch a streamer to get your favorite cosmetic. Yes, guys, if you're watching over on Twitch, you guys can get free drops for everyone who is in here for the live stream. So today, this is what we're going to do. Obviously, I had to work this afternoon. Welcome everybody into the stream. So, Path of Exile 2 dropped the third edit content reveal. It was live streamed earlier. We have the VOD, so we're going to watch this and react to it. It's going to be really, really cool and really fun. However, I do want to throw something in here real quick just to see. I think I have this in here. There we go. Just to kind of show that, like, that's awesome. Can you go into my Twitch stream and do exclamation point power level? Just to see. But yeah, guys, so we are going to be reacting to this, which is going to be pretty sweet. We're going to watch this entire thing. Should be really, really fun. So I am pretty dang excited about this. Demon and New Axe in the chat said, they messaged me and said that this thing was kind of crazy. Like, it was kind of nuts. Why do I have a countdown going right now? Wait, why is my stopwatch here? Wait, what? I forgot what the stopwatch. There we go. Got it. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Just to make sure that that works. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Maybe because it's your mod. I'm not sure. Make sure to watch. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and watch this, guys. This is going to be really fun. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, God. That is loud. Chat, let me know how loud this is. Let me go to the settings real quick. Oh, my God. Can we watch it? Can we watch it in 4K? Oh, shoot. Sorry. Whoop.
Finisher effects by following the instructions below.
Sorry.
Now with that out of the way, let's get started. It's time to give you a teaser of what's coming in Path of Exile 2, the Third Edict.
The Third Edict. Hell yeah. Here we go. Here's the trailer. Turn it up a little.
Over the ages, we have known pain like no other, but we endured, and we became mighty. Now, outsiders dishonor our shores, and we have stood by, doing nothing.
Nothing.
Hear my voice, ancestors. Show us your strength. Show us the true way.
Okay.
I understand.
What the heck? Oh my God, are these the bosses? Oh!
The true Lokuramakoi will rise.
No way. Act 4. 3 interlude acts. 35 new areas. 24 new bosses. Support gem overhaul. Massive skill rework. 40 lineage supports. 25 new endgame maps. New items. New tables. Sprinting. Oh, thank God. And a new trade system. What is this? Rise of the Abyssal? Oh, they're bringing in the new endgame content is Abyss. Oh, look how ugly that monster looks. Holy crap, dude. No way.
Now, as you can see,
Okay. Let's talk about the entrance for that intro, man. That trailer is crazy. Oh my God, that trailer's nuts. If you ain't hyped for Path of Exile 2 after seeing that, then man, go play something else. Like, go back to Fortnite or something. Holy crap.
going on, and we have a lot to reveal today. We'll start by going over Act
Oh
4,
my
the next
God.
chapter in the Path of Exile 2 storyline. But that's not all. There's also 3 new interlude acts to get you to endgame, which means we're removing cruel difficulty too.
Oh, thank God.
After that, we'll be going through the massive changes to characters. I'm super excited to show you how I've overhauled the entire support gem system, added new skills, and yes, there are buffs. Next, we'll go over the Rise of the Abyssal, this season's exclusive league mechanic, and talk about the new rewards, crafting systems, areas, and bosses that it adds.
So he said exclusive league. So I wonder if they're going to put Abyssal back into the league, like into the game after this quote unquote league. I wonder if it's going to be a permanent addition to the game. I would hope so, but gosh, that would be sweet.
After that, it's on to changes we're making to the end game.
Oh man, I'm really excited about that.
Crafting, and oh yeah, trade.
Holy
That's gonna be a
crap.
big one. We'll then go over our new supporter packs and finish up with a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will ask Path of Exile 2's game directors, myself and Mark, your questions from Twitch chat. And after that, at 4 p.m. Pacific, patch notes. They're not quite complete, but they should give you some nice details to chew on.
Oh my gosh.
We've got a lot to cover today, but first, another announcement. When the third edict launches on the 29th, we'll be having a free weekend for Path of Exile 2. That's right, Path of Exile 2 will be free for the first time.
Let me move my camera over.
Without requiring an early access key.
Oh my God, they're giving us a free weekend? That's so good.
Plenty of time to give the game a try.
Progress is saved too.
All right.
That's really, really nice, man. Really, really nice.
The story continues from the end of Act 3. Doyani has agreed to help you find an ancient weapon that can be used against corruption, the instrument of the Third Edict. The weapon was broken in ages past, but he believes that the pieces may be found in the Karui Archipelago, the home of the Karui tribes.
Okay.
You will need to journey to Kingsmarch, hire a ship, and set sail.
Ooh.
When you open the map, you can choose to sail anywhere you like.
Oh.
Act 4 is completely non-linear, and you can visit the island in any order you choose.
Oh, that's nice.
Will you
So
visit
like
the pristine beaches of anywhere you like.
So you have like you can go anywhere you want, but then obviously you have the quest logs to like where you need to go to progress the story. But this is really cool. You have all these different islands that you can go to. I think like having that non-lineage option is really nice, and you still get some more passive points and stuff here. Oh my God.
Act 4 is completely non-linear, and you can visit the islands in any order you choose.
That's so cool.
Will you visit the pristine beaches of Whakapanu Island?
Did he say Whakapanu? Hold up, Jonathan, what the? He said,
Any way
fuck
you
a
like.
Panu.
Act 4 is completely non-linear, and you can visit the islands in any order you choose. Will you visit the pristine beaches of Whakapanu Island?
He said, fuck a Panu Island. Oh my God. Oh, that's so good.
Karui whisper of a curse that afflicts all who travel there. Perhaps it's related to the weapon you seek. Or maybe you will visit the volcanic shores of the Isle of Kin.
He said, fuck a
Kin have
Panu.
been more restless recently, mining for sulfite and driven by some dark force. Perhaps you will choose to consult with one of the local Karui tribes. Their ancient wisdom could hold clues to finding the
DT, what's
third
up, dude?
No matter where you choose to go, you will fight dangerous beasts,
Oh, look at that scorpion.
find fabulous treasures,
Oh, dude. Jack Sparrow.
and battle incredible bosses.
Whoa. Oh. Yama the White. Holy
There are 8 islands to
crap.
discover, each teeming with its own flora and fauna. Act 4 contains over 100 new monster types, 16 new areas, 12 new bosses, and plenty of other interesting encounters.
Woo.
There's a huge
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Act 4 is about to be nutty. Okay. And they brought back this sexy
Act 4
mama.
contains over 100 new monster types,
New monster
16
types.
new areas,
New
12 new
areas.
bosses, and
That
plenty
boss
of
looks
other
crazy.
interesting encounters.
And then we got an interesting encounter. Oh, hell yes. This is what I'm talking about.
There's a huge amount to show, but we're not going to spoil too much here. We want to give you a chance to discover it all for yourself. What happens after Act 4? Well, until now, you had to repeat the entire campaign again before you could face
Yeah,
the
that
endgame.
sucked, man.
But after adding
That
Act
really
4,
sucked.
The game is far too long to make you do that. We needed something else to do in between the end of Act 4 and the endgame. So what else could we do? Add 3 new mini-acts, of course, and we're calling them the interludes. The interludes
Okay, so we're going to have mini acts called interludes.
are too long to make you do that. We needed something else to do in between the end of Act 4 and the endgame. So what else could we do?
Oh,
Add 3 new mini-acts, of course, and we're calling them
so we got interludes for 3 mini acts. I wonder if these are mini acts like as short as like the very first act of the game or like half of that act. That would be sweet. That way you could just kind of like blast through them. That would be super cool.
the interludes. The interludes are a set of 3 temporary side stories that will be included in the game until Act 5 is released.
Ooh,
It will take you
okay.
to level 65 where the endgame can begin.
Oh, awesome.
The first interlude sends you on a journey back to Ogham. Renly has been leading the efforts to rebuild Ogham Village after the
They're just to level you. Yeah, dude, I love that. PoE 2 is about to be lit leading into BL4. Oh my God, dude. This is going to be insane, bro.
defeat of Count Geonor. But there's a new danger afoot. The nearby town of Holton is surrounded by an impenetrable darkness, and each night their corrupted town.
Look at those mouths, dude.
Farmlands. You'll discover new areas.
Whoa. Whoa.
And new bosses.
Oh my God.
You'll need to find your way through the darkness, uncover the source of corruption,
Soon you will serve our master.
Oh, look who it is.
Yes, I shall dance with their corpse.
and that's just the first interlude.
Holy crap.
The second interlude will have you return to the Vasteri Desert, where Asala has been given a sacred
Oh, I
duty.
hate the desert.
When the skies align, the gifting of water requires a chosen Sekima to meet with the Selkari, guardians of the sacred water. But they're nowhere to be found. You will need to track down the Selkari. Find those responsible for disrupting the gifting. Fight even more new bosses.
Boy, they just love highlighting the
secrets
damn
of the
warrior,
ancient
don't they?
Discover new locations. And ultimately help Asala carry out her sacred duty. Now for Interlude 3.
Okay.
As Royal Thaumaturge of the Val, Doyani had plans within plans to save his people from the cataclysm perpetuated by Atzeri's lust for power. One such plan involved sealing a group of willing Val deep in a great mountain vault near the home of the Asmeri, deep enough to survive the cataclysm. Even though thousands of years have passed, he believes that their descendants may still live, and may be key to defeating the beast.
Oh, really?
The journey up the mountain will be dangerous. New foes stand in your way.
Oh, check it out.
And the further up the mountain you venture, the colder it will become.
Ooh, I like that. We haven't had snow up to this point. We really haven't had snow at all. That's such a
Who
cool,
can say what you will find with it?
like, biome.
The interludes are 6 to 7 areas each and generally include 4 boss fights as well. When you put that together with Act 4, that adds up to 35 new areas in the campaign and 24 new bosses.
35 new areas for Act 4 to explore and so many bosses to kill. Dude, this content drop is nuts so far. And I'm 9 minutes in. I'm 9 minutes in, and this is insane. Insane. Holy crap. Imagine playing D4.
Worth making clear that the interludes are temporary. When Act 5 and 6 are added, the interludes will be going away.
Oh my
These are side
God.
stories after all. But don't worry, the bosses and areas that make up the interlude are all part of the endgame. We're not just
Oh my, not a scorpion again.
And with that, we don't need cruel difficulty anymore.
Thank God.
We do know that it was a pretty big chore to have to play through the campaign multiple times on each character. And this was a huge reason that the campaign could feel like a bit of a slog when playing through again. But
yeah, so now that cruel mode is gone and we have Act 4, you don't even have to do every single area in Act 4 because Act 4 is only leveling you to 65 until Act 5 comes out. So like the 3 interludes will probably go away when Act 5 comes out. So like being able to just like go through wherever you want, progress to a certain point and just level up. And or that's in the interludes, not Act 4. That's right. That's in the interludes. But just to have that is so cool. So you do Act 4, then you go to the interludes. You don't even have to do them all. And you just like level up and get through it. Oh my God, that's going to be so much better.
do also have another new feature to address that particular concern as well. So let's talk about sprinting.
Oh, yes.
In 030, when you hold down the dodge roll button, your character will go into a sprint after they finish the roll. This is available on all character classes, and there's no limitation on how long you can sprint for.
Oh!
The primary purpose of this feature is to make navigating areas faster when out of combat. Because of that, if you do take a hit while sprinting, you'll fall to the ground. The best idea is to use a skill when you see monsters.
That's actually hilarious.
So you can engage with no danger. If you do need to run away from monsters, just hold spacebar. You won't be vulnerable during the roll, and you're faster while sprinting than basically any monster in the game, allowing you to retreat from combat.
Oh my God, sprinting is so good. Besides the knockdown and being like perma-stunned, but being able to run through and get from monster pack to monster pack and just speed through like the campaign when you're speed running or something, so much better. I was actually, when he first started that, I was worried that there was going to be like a, oh, you can sprint, have a sprint bar and it goes down and then you got to wait. But now that you have like unlimited sprint, that is so good. But yes, you are right. There needs to be a penalty to unlimited sprint. So if you get hit and knocked down, like that's the penalty. But I think if you could do it right, because it didn't look like when you came out of sprint, there's like some delay to use an attack. So as long as you could do it right and not be hit, you're good to go. Oh my God, sprinting is so good.
Sprint is a pretty significant change to PoE 2's gameplay. What I like most about it is that we can accelerate the pace of the game for those who want that without having to compromise.
It
on
might be
PoE
the
2's
same
more
thing,
visceral
DT.
combat system.
Might be the same thing.
Okay, so that's the new extensions to the campaign, but there's a whole giant league to play through as well. I'll leave that to Mark to talk about later. And that's because what I want to talk about now is the new stuff for your characters. And probably one of the biggest new systems here is with the support gems. Now, support gems are one of the most interesting elements to creating a build.
Yes, we love support
They would enable
gems.
so many interesting mechanics and different ways to play.
We love support
The PoE2
gems.
support gem system has just never been quite right.
Nope.
One of the major issues is the limitation of only having one support gem of each type on your character.
Yep.
We didn't want builds to just become using the same 5 most powerful supports in every skill. The problem with this design, though, is that it's actually working against using multiple skills in your build. If you can only use each support gem on one skill, it means that you're encouraged to go all in on that one ability.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
want to encourage you to combo your abilities. Something needed to change. So with that in mind, we've removed the restriction of having one of each support gem per character. You can now use as
Yes.
many copies as you like.
Now, I will say with the support gems, I think this is a good change to be able to use the same support gems in everything. Now, I am curious if it goes back to his point about us just using the most powerful support gems for each skill. I don't think that that's going to happen with the skills that are in the game and what they're changing to the skills, you know, being my guess, but it definitely will be so much better to be using different skills, because there was so many skills before that I just didn't use because, like, well, I need martial tempo on my main skill and this other skill for it to feel good with the attack speed buff, and I can't do that. So, like, I would rarely use skill 2 and just use skill 1, run around until I can cast skill 1 again, or until I had enough mana back to cast it again. So this is much better. I think it's going to work overall better, but let's see what else they say about the skills just to be sure. But I think this is a good change.
Should drastically increase the amount of possible builds and increase the amount of skill diversity.
Dang,
There are
man.
a lot of potential builds that suffered from the previous restriction. For
Snipe.
example, a poison build previously couldn't add poison to more than one skill.
Yeah, that
They couldn't use
sucked.
stacking poison on more than one skill either.
Yeah, it sucked.
This severely limited
Oh,
your ability to combo with anything outside of the specifically designed poison archetype. But now you can. Many utility skills previously couldn't scale to endgame.
rapid
because the supports
attacks.
that would make them scale were more useful to use in other skills. You would never speed up killing Palm with martial tempo. When You
Nope.
would much rather use it on your primary skill instead.
Yeah,
There are
100%.
more examples like this all over the place.
So true.
In addition to that, though, we thought there wasn't enough feeling of progression in the supports as you went through the game.
So true.
There were only 3 tiers of supports, and many of the most important ones were given out at tier 1. Also, there were no strict upgrades, meaning that upgrading supports when you ran out of sockets required quite a lot of thinking. In order
Huh.
to solve these issues, we now also have multiple levels of many supports as you go through the
Oh,
game.
I see.
For example, double barrel support gives you an extra bolt, but at the cost of 30% less reload speed.
Okay.
At tier 2, the penalty gets lowered to 20%.
Ooh.
But then at tier 3, the support gem gets something new. It now reloads automatically when you heavy stun an enemy.
Oh.
In some cases, the highest tiers might work a little differently, and you'll have to decide if you like the upgrade or not, depending on your build. For example, rapid casting.
Okay.
The first couple of levels gives 15, then 20% increased cast speed. But then at tier 3, it changes to a new approach. For each different spell you cast in the last 8 seconds, you get 10% increased cast speed, which could be a pretty big bonus if you use a lot of different spells.
I mean, I don't like that
that's
one
pretty
for
good
that
for upgrades through the
particularly, but
campaign.
I
But we wanted to
like
add
the
a little more spice
concept.
to the
I like the
endgame supports
concept.
too. And that's where our new system, lineage supports, comes in.
Ooh,
You can
here
think
we
of
go.
these like
Here we
unique
go.
items, but for supports. There are supports that are only available at endgame, but they're much more powerful. Like Ratha's Assault. It's an upgraded version of Double Barrel that reloads your skill as you dodge roll, as well as increasing the number of
Ooh.
bolts it can hold. But it does mean that it's the only way you can reload the skill now. Now, unlike regular supports, you can't find these through the uncut support gem. Just like unique items, many of these can be found from specific bosses.
Okay.
And there's a ton in the regular drop pool too.
Oh, I love that
Some
fireball
of them are fairly
ability.
rare,
Plus 10 to quality.
others fairly common. Some of them are build defining,
Oh, ballistas.
others are just straight up power upgrades.
Oh, resistance's
All in all,
values
there's
are
around 40 lineage
inverted.
supports being added throughout the endgame.
Oh my
So
god.
there's a lot of power to find out there. Now,
Dude, those lineage gems are going to be so good to like really customize your character to the next level. I mean, you're going to be able to take the same build and build it so many different ways now. Oh my god. Oh my god. PoE 2 and GGG, they're the best in the business, man. Sorry, no hate to the other developers, but they're the best. They're the best in the business.
the new
Raze, what's up, dude?
going to open up a lot of builds, but of course we have a huge range of improvements to individual character classes as well. As well as adding new skills, we had a big focus on buffing existing skills so that they can scale well into the
Oh
endgame.
my god.
There's a huge amount to cover here, so we're not going to discuss everything. We're just going to quick fire
Raze.
through some of the coolest changes.
All right, here we go.
We wanted to make cold a more useful element on the Ranger, so we've expanded the cold tools available. As well as
You
increasing
know what? I really do like that because as much as I enjoy like lightning arrow and stuff, There really isn't any fire bow builds or cold bow builds that I'm really aware of. It's really just kind of lightning or poison. So it would be really interesting to play like a cold bow or play like a fire bow build. It would be kind of sweet.
Its range, Escape Shot now creates fragments of ice whenever it hits the ground.
Ooh.
These fragments explode after a short time.
Oh, that's so cool.
Of enemies. But not only that, we added an ice fragment support that creates more of them when killing frozen enemies. And a new buff skill called Ice Tip Arrows that allows all your arrows to create ice fragments.
Wait, what is it? So would ice tip arrows be the equivalent of lightning arrow?
This already gives clear to rangers wanting to use ice.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Freezing Salvo has been upgraded to shoot additional cold arrows towards every fragment, giving you a nuke-like ability.
Yeah, Freezing Salvo is so strong.
Smite to consume frozen from enemies, dealing a huge amount more damage, giving you a nice ice.
It's like ice shards and D4. Got it.
And something you might notice about this is that the bonus is a lot higher against bosses.
Ooh,
this
that's
is actually
good.
A change you'll see throughout the entire game.
Oh!
Since it's a lot harder to freeze a boss, you should get a bigger reward.
Okay. I will say right now that the Ice Ranger right now is my #1 pick of what I'm playing on the new league. So far. I got to see what they showcase for the other classes. But right now, this has got me hype. It's got me hype. Ice Ranger all the way.
Another theme you'll see throughout the game is making movement feel better. Toxic Growth is a skill that was pretty cool, but a bit annoying to use with the jump that it had.
Yeah.
Now Toxic Growth is a range skill, so you can spam it more easily.
Ooh, okay, that's nice.
And we
Demon.
also added a new poison skill while
Here
we
goes
were
your
at
poison
it,
stuff.
Toxic Domain. It creates a small area around you that makes all your attacks create
DT.
toxic growth pustules. But attached to
Well,
monsters.
so I talked about this because I do know one spoiler that we're not getting a new class. So I do know that. Even before watching this, because I'm just now reacting to this. I do know that we're not getting a new class. So even before I came into this video, my pick was already Ranger and going Lightning Arrow. So now we got to see what all the changes are, because now that may change. Right now, just from the hype, Frost Ranger. Frost Ranger. Although I do want to piggyback off of Ray's, I would love to really play Warrior. So I have to see what they do.
Another skill that was annoying to use was Electrocuting Arrow. It's now just a regular arrow, making it easier to use. But it also means you can support it with projectile supports. And it now also has Area of Effect, making it a tool for more than just single target.
Oh my
and allowing it
God,
to scale
dude.
into the end game.
There's going to be so many different skills to use. Like so many. Oh my God.
We also added a new spirit reservation called Mirage Archer. This is a meta skill that allows you to create shadowy clones of yourself to use a skill of your choice.
Okay, it's
One of
different.
the other big problems the Ranger had was survivability. Evasion was the weakest of the 3 defenses, and we wanted to change that.
Yeah, no shit, it was the weakest. If you couldn't do ES, you were basically dead. Basically dead. So let's see.
Currently, Evasion doesn't evade all types of hits in the game, so you're still vulnerable to things like slams or unblockable attacks.
That's fine.
To make Evasion characters more tanky, we're adding a new mechanic called Deflect. Unlike Evasion, Deflect works on everything, and if you successfully deflect a hit, you take 40% less damage. Items can now give you a mod that gives you some amount of deflection based on your evasion.
Okay, so you basically have to take the mod of deflection to have that. Otherwise, so wait, they're not changing evasion at all, and evasion's still the weakest, but now they're giving us deflection, which can help us against damage from hits and ailments. It's like armor's damage reduction. Okay, I mean, this is cool, but it does suck that we're going to have to take a mod on our gear to do it instead of just having evasion. But, I mean, on the surface, like, this is good. Like, this is a good thing.
And there's a bunch of it available on the passive tree too. Deflection is rolled in addition to evasion. So this is an upgrade for regular hits too. And unlike evasion, there's no maximum chance.
Yeah, but if ES is nerfed, is everybody just going to go evasion now? Like, that's what I hope that they don't do. Like, that's the like, I don't want to like nitpick any developers, but that's like what certain developers do. Like, well, this is the best, nerf it into the ground, buff something else. Now this is the best and everybody's going to use this. So I hope that's not the case, because if that is, and everybody's using evasion this league, that would be an L. To me, that's an L.
100% deflect against all hits if you spec into it enough. Of course, this is a buff that helps all Dex characters, so the Mercenary and the Monk, but especially the Huntress, are seeing big defense boosts from this as well. Speaking of defensive mechanics, let's talk about block and parry.
Oh my God, Jonathan, not this again with the block and parry. Nobody wants to block and parry. Nobody. I love GGG. I love you, man. And I've been enjoying Path of Exile 2 since it released. But nobody cares about block and parry. Nobody. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't care how much of an improvement this is that I'm about to watch. Nobody cares about block and parry.
One of the big concerns on the release of the Huntress was parry feeling unreliable. One of the big reasons for this is there's a lot of hits that are not blockable, and thus not parryable either. So a huge balance change we're making is that now everything is blockable, except for specifically unblockable red flash skills that bosses use. This makes parry much more reliable. And not only that, but to make block and parry nicer to use, you now also move faster than before while using these abilities. This is a massive buff to passive block as well. So to counter that, we did have to lower the max passive block a bit, but overall you should feel much safer.
I'm still never going to use it.
Fire skills on the warrior were not really cutting the mustard, so we decided we
Because here's the thing, man. Here's the thing with block and parry. Those changes that they just made are good. Like, I'm sure it will feel better when you're fighting 1, 2 monsters, 1 or 2 monsters. But when you're running up into a group or later in the game, like, nobody's gonna use. I'm like, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm just like an idiot when it comes to a mechanic like this, but I just don't see people using that when you have a horde of monsters coming at you. Like, maybe when you fight a boss and you can block, 60% of their attacks, and then the ones that are unblockable, you can't parry or whatever. Like, that'll be fine, and that'll make using like certain classes and stuff cooler. But overall, like, I don't know. It's just like a mechanic that, like, I don't think is like good. Like, it's only gonna be for like when you're soloing a boss. I mean, that's good, but I mean, I guess it's something.
needed to upgrade a bunch of them, but also add some more as well. Let's start with a buff. Volcanic fish are now branches into multiple fishes.
Oh, that's
with
cool.
Much more clearing potential. We've
Oh,
added
that's
a new skill
cool.
called Forge Hammer. This
What?
skill throws a molten hammer that does a slam at a distance.
I can be Thor? I can be Fire Thor.
You can recall the hammer back by using the skill again if you like.
Oh my god! I can be Fire Thor.
The cooler thing to do is to use a Warcry near it. Using a
Oh!
Warcry makes the hammer explode, making a bunch of volcanic fishes around.
I can be Fire Thor. Oh my god! All right, move aside, Ranger. Warriors, step into the forefront. Oh my, I can be Fire Thor. I can be Fire
Volcanic
Thor.
fishes re-trigger when you slam them. So it's a
Oh
great
my
skill to make a
God.
flaming arena to fight a boss. We also buff perfect.
I can be Fire Thor. I just need an ability that makes me look like I can fly now.
Strike to have a much larger area of effect. And change to
I'm not going to say that with every class, guys.
Trust me, it feels a lot better to use now. The skill now has massively boosted chance to ignite monsters as well.
No, we don't care about Molten Blast. We only care about Fire Thor.
To want to ignite monsters due to a new glory skill called Ancestral Cry. Ancestral Cry charges up with glory by igniting monsters, invoking King Kaum's favor. After you do, use it to channel Kaum's ancestral
my
power.
God.
Every attack will be ancestrally boosted with fire. Your very steps will explode, triggering volcanic
If only we could change all this to lightning, then I could truly be Thor.
fishes, and molten balls will erupt from your attacks. Warrior shield skills were another area we wanted to improve.
Dude, shield charge, just that slowdown to like start shield charging and the slowdown when you end coming out of it, that, I don't know, yeah.
Now that we've got sprint, we actually don't need to have a cooldown on shield charge anymore. And now also does more
It
damage
still feels like there's a cooldown.
the further away you are when you use it. Shield wall got significantly upgraded AoE.
Okay.
Also, you can shield
Okay.
charge right through it to trigger all the walls.
Oh.
We
Oh.
also added a new shield wall cry.
Okay.
Fortifying Cry gives you a defensive buff, but it
Oh.
also builds up charge on your shield that empowers your other shield skills.
See, now that's a good, like, with the combo. It's a little slow, obviously, but, like, that's a good combo. Like, that's the style similar to, like, when we had Firewall Spark. Like, that's the kind of comboing that I like. Some of the other comboing that they had before just didn't work, but this is good.
And Magma Barrier now doesn't require timing in order to use. Just wait for your shield to charge up and block.
Magma Barrier. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that playstyle. I just want to throw a hammer at everybody.
Seismic Cry now stuns enemies that are primed for stun.
I want to throw my war hammer at everybody right in the face.
And we changed the Sunder interaction with Armor Break. It now also gives a Sundered Armor debuff that makes enemies take 40% extra physical damage. Great for bosses. Ancestral Warrior Totem has undergone some pretty significant changes too.
Not a fan of
We wanted the
totems.
skill to feel more like using an ultimate. That's summoning an ancestor to fight.
God, but that skill, what is that skill again? That skill is awesome.
So we've changed this totem to require 3 endurance charges to summon, and massively buffed its damage.
You thought I was going
Also
minion
now scales your
Braxton?
weapon damage
Never.
too.
Let's go!
What's up, dude?
Since there's no
Knuckles.
limit anymore, if you build around generating endurance charges, you can summon an entire forest of totems. In order to make that easier, we added some new sources of endurance charges. There's now a support to make Perfect Strike generate charges, and a support for generating endurance charges from heavy stuns as well. Speaking of totems, we wanted to upgrade the Warbringer. Among the other changes we've made to this class, Answered Call now gives an extra totem.
That is cool
and the
looking,
spirits
though.
Have just been generally buffed in
That
many
is cool
ways.
looking.
Use it with your limitless ancestral warrior forest to make an army of Karui that would make Tukahama proud.
That is cool.
We've also merged the Great Wolf Howl and Warcaller's Bellow support, so that you can get all the benefits with 1 point. And Encased in Jade no longer removes the Jade when getting hit, making it a much better defense.
Ooh, encased in jade. That's
Next
nice.
up, let's talk about accuracy. Accuracy was always intended to be something that warriors didn't need to care about very much so long as they're in close combat. But unfortunately, that's not currently the case.
Oh.
This was particularly annoying with skills like Bone Shatter, which you certainly don't want to mess with. So we
Yeah, that's
significantly
true.
buffed your chance to hit at close ranges when you don't have much accuracy.
Oh,
Warriors shouldn't
okay.
require any accuracy investment in order to hit with close range attacks now.
Yeah, I'll have
We
to see
also
if somebody
wanted to
can work
improve
next
armor.
Friday for me.
And one of the major weaknesses of armor is the inability to defend against elemental damage. In order to mitigate this, we're adding a lot more of the stat that allows your armor to defend against elemental damage.
Okay, so they basically copied the same thing from the for the evasion stuff to this, so also applies to elemental damage taken from hits. That's nice, but is armor itself going to be any good? Like, did they change armor itself?
It's now available
Or was the issue with armor is that just like you block fizz and then you only have your resistances and that's it?
on items and in a lot more places on the passive tree.
Okay.
One of the most important improvements we've made in 030
Okay.
is to declunk the action and flow of shooting crossbows. You can now reload
God.
crossbows without any movement penalty.
That looks like
Not
a
only
movement
that,
penalty
all
though.
skills that can be used while moving now slow you for a shorter amount of time. This change benefits everyone, not just crossbow skills. With both of these changes put together, the run and gun playstyle feels much better.
It doesn't look much
It's hard to
better.
explain how important this change is for the feel of the class.
I still think
it's
it's
a good chance to talk about how we're rebalancing.
To be honest, like I know every class has like an identity and certain pluses and minuses. But even with seeing that, I still would take a bow build over that crossbow 100% of the time, just purely on how the movement feels when you shoot. So until crossbows can shoot like regular bows, to me, just me, it'll always feel way worse, even if a crossbow skill is significantly more powerful. It'll still feel way worse to me.
Make comboing skills much better. Take Shock, for example. It buffs damage and lasts 4 seconds right now, but that isn't really giving you enough time to take advantage of it. If you're going to add a lightning skill into a build that otherwise wouldn't use one, we need to make mechanics like this much better. So we've increased shock duration on monsters to last 8 seconds.
Whoa.
And skills like Plasma Blast, which are intended to be good at shocking enemies, now increase the damage bonus by a lot more. You'll find changes like this all around the game. Chill now lasts 8 seconds, giving you more of a reason to weave in cold damage. Freezing skills are better at freezing. Burning skills need to cause burns that last longer.
Yeah,
But
for
making skills
real.
like Permafrost Bolts and Incendiary Shot double down on how they're supposed to be used.
Yeah.
It makes using them in your build alongside other skills much more likely. We're also making sure to buff specific combos too. The freeze explosions from frag rounds now chain to nearby enemies.
Ooh, that's nice.
And using high velocity rounds with armor break will now fragment the opponent's armor. This causes monsters to take a portion of high velocity rounds damage with every subsequent hit, even tiny pellets. So that means following it with a shotgun blast is way more effective. Now there's a lot more buffs to
That's not
crossbow
bad.
skills, but for now I'm just going to talk about the new one we added, the Mortar Cannon. This one lets you socket any grenade skill, and using it will summon a cannon which loads and then fires the grenade you choose.
Yeah, that's just that's just the ballistas is what that is.
Another issue on the Mercenary were banners. They were just not very good, so we're doing a big upgrade to them. They now
Ooh.
last longer, don't disappear when moving out of them, and we removed the Valor mechanic. They now just give a much more consistent and stronger buff.
That's
And you
nice.
can use them when you get enough glory. On which one of the main focuses
Okay.
is making very
So I will say that the right now I'll be honest, I'm not excited at all to play Mercenary. TLDR. Doesn't look cool enough to me. If I played Merc, it'd be like when I did the Monk skill and I'm playing Tempest Flurry. So if there's something like that for the Merc, then I'll play Merc. Otherwise, like crossbow stuff just didn't look that appealing. But we'll have to see what happens in the notes.
minion types more useful to use together. Melee minions in particular.
Worst class in the
are just not
game,
that great
minions.
compared to ranged ones. As a starting point, we just straight up removed the requirement for minions to have accuracy. Attack minions now always hit, which makes them way better.
That is way better.
Brute's got some good numeric buffs.
Big Joe,
but
what's
we
up,
also
dude?
added a new
Yeah, I'll be
command skill
playing.
Where they do a war cry that intimidates enemies and detonates any frozen monsters and allies around you in a big cold explosion. We've also changed the Frost Mage's command skill to an
I've
ability
just
that adds
never
ice
been
damage to other minions
a
and
mate like
layer
a
of defense.
necromancer
And it makes them do
summoner
cold
player,
effects to
man. It
attack as
just
well. The ice armor also makes the minion count as frozen, so the Brute's war cry can detonate them too.
I'll leave that
Another
stuff to
change work
Gazzy,
on
man.
corpses of your dead skeletons, allowing you to summon the minions more easily in boss fights. And they also got a new jump ability, allowing them to get into combat faster.
That jump looked like nothing.
Ray's Spectre was also feeling pretty weak for the spirit cost they have. To be honest, we were a little afraid of these when we first balanced them. We've both decreased the spirit cost for a large range of monsters, and have significantly increased Spectre damage too. They should feel a lot more impactful.
I mean, that's nice.
There's also a lot of new spellcaster weapons with newer cult skills. But I'll just talk about one
Yeah,
of them that
I
I
mean,
thought was
DT, that is true. I mean, again, just from the small, I'm basing it solely on the showcase. Like, I'm like this witch class with the summoner stuff and minion and mercenary are equal. They're like at the very bottom for me. Like they're at the very bottom. Very bottom.
particularly cool. The Reaping Staff is actually a wicked scythe that gives you a new ability called Reap. When an enemy is low in life, you can dash
Ooh.
forward and rake enemies with the scythe.
Oh,
to kill them instantly.
That's a cool ability though.
it can also inflict critical weakness on enemies too.
Oh, that's sweet.
Now, there's a lot of balance changes in the Witcher's Ascendancy classes, but I'll just talk about 2 of them for now.
Okay, that's
On
cool.
the Blood Mage, you were previously required to spend your first points on Sanguimancy, which really was supposed to be the downside for being able to access the powerful abilities on the rest of the class. In order to make picking the Blood Mage a better early option, we've made Sanguimancy free, unlocking the power of the rest of the class.
Oh.
On the Infernalist, the demon form wasn't something people were
Here we
using
go.
because you
This
lost
is
the
what I'm
weapon stats
talking
when
about.
transformed. Well, you no longer do, so it's a much better option now.
And now we get the weapon bonus.
On the Monk, the wind skills needed a big upgrade for sure.
Yeah, the wind skills were
Staggering
pretty
Palm
weak.
can now stack up its duration if you use the skill
Whoa!
multiple times in a row. So you can keep the effect of all your skills
Whoa!
much more easily. Wind Blast had the purpose of building up to dazing an enemy, but dazing just wasn't worth all that effort. Now it just dazes on hit, meaning a single Wind Blast will make all your skills stun enemies more easily.
Ooh, nice.
Following up with Vaulting Impact on a dazed enemy previously did a bunch of stun. Now it allows you to break your enemy's stance. When their stance is broken, following up with a fast attack will do way more damage.
That's cool.
A cool build that certain people always enjoyed in PoE 1 was hand-to-hand combat, but until now we just didn't have a real way to make it viable. Well, that changes now. The Monk, as a true martial artist, now has the ability to learn the Hollow Palm technique, a keystone that lets you use all quarterstaff skills while unarmed. All quarterstaff attacks have a special unarmed version, and you get further bonuses to all your attacks from stacking Energy Shield and Evasion on your character.
Interesting.
A new keystone we also added to the Monk section of the tree is Walker of the Wilds. This changes Mana Leech to work with elemental damage instead of physical, which is pretty useful for all those elemental attacks the Monk has, but it works well for the Ranger too.
That's pretty
Now,
cool.
one of the least used Ascendancy class in the game is the Acolyte of Chayula, so we knew we needed to make some changes here. One of the key things we had to do was make the chaos damage that the Acolyte can do much more useful. So we've added a new skill, allowing chaos damage to ignite, shock, chill, and freeze.
What?
Embracing the elemental prowess of the Monk in a truly chaotic fashion. In addition, he can make all of his chaos damage leech. And we've buffed Into the Breach and Embrace the Darkness by moving the effects of the 4-point nodes into the base skills. He also gains a new notable, Grasp of the Void, which leaves void illusions behind you as you
Oh, that's
If they kill,
sweet.
they do massive explosions of darkness, dealing damage to everything in sight.
That's cool.
Now let's talk about Sorceress skills. One of the
Okay. Right now, Monk looks good. Monk looks good, but right now it's number 3, number 3rd choice. Right now we got Warrior at number 1, so I can be Fire Thor. Ranger at number 2, so I can be an Ice Ranger. And then we got Monk at 3. Monk at 3 right now.
things we wanted to improve on the Sorc is the ability to use multiple elements together more effectively. Now, this might seem small, but one of the things pushing you towards using a single element is debuffs like Elemental Curses, which lower resistances of a single element. In order to fix that,
what the fuck is this tornado skill? What the hell is this tornado skill?
game-wide changes to these kinds of mechanics to broaden what they apply to. So for example, there's no longer 3 curses for fire, ice, and lightning. Instead, there's just a single curse that buffs all 3 at the same time.
Yeah, that's great.
And things like Frost Bomb, which gave you cold exposure, now give elemental exposure. You can use it to buff any of your other skills.
That's nice.
We also wanted to make switching between different weapon sets smoother, so you can use different elemental staves more effectively. To do that, we've removed the weapon switch time. It now happens instantly.
Oh my god,
This
that is
applies
so
game-wide too.
good.
Now, we didn't just want to stop there. We wanted to add some specific mechanics that work between different elements, and that's where elemental infusions come in. Certain skills can now drop elemental infusions. For example, when a frost bomb explodes, it leaves behind a cold infusion on the ground.
Okay.
After picking it up, you can spend it on one of any number of different skills to transform how they work. Spark will create a nova of cold-infused projectiles. Ice Nova will leave a chilled area on the ground. And we also added a new low-level skill that fires ice shards. Use it with cold infusion though, and the ice shards will explode. Orb of Storms now generates lightning infusions when you cast enough spells near it. And that's all spells, by the way, not just lightning. Once you have one, you could cast a lightning flame wall, which adds both fire and lightning damage to all the projectiles that pass
What
through
the fuck?
Or power up Ember Fusillade with lightning, which will generate arcs to nearby enemies as each fireball hits. Or maybe go lightning on lightning with arc. This skill is now a projectile, and by infusing it, you can go full Palpatine.
Oh, Palpatine!
Get fire infusions by...
I can go full Palpatine. I can be the Dark Lord of the Sith. Back up.
Or power up Ember
I can
Fusillade
be
with
the
lightning,
Dark
which will
Lord
generate
of the
arcs to nearby enemies
Sith.
as each fireball hits. Or maybe go lightning on lightning with arc. This skill is now a projectile, and by infusing it, you can go full
Oh
Palpatine.
my...
Get fire...
Yes, Big Joe. When we play Warrior, we have little PP. Okay. Let me finish with Sorcerer before I get my ranking. Let me
Then use
finish
it with Comet
Sorcerer.
to summon a giant fire meteor from the sky. Or use it with Firestorm, which transforms it from a small area into a much bigger one. Firestorm is unique in that it can be infused by multiple different elements at the same time. Add an ice infusion to rain down ice at the same time.
Oh,
as the fire.
that's cool.
And add lightning to add deadly strikes from the heavens into the mix.
Oh!
Or use it with all three to generate a storm that is truly apocalyptic.
Whoa!
Cold Snap has been simply turned into Snap. Previously, you could use it to shatter ice, but now it works to detonate all of the different elemental ailments and makes them leave behind infusions.
Okay, nice change.
And just like how you could previously use it on Frostbolt, you can now also use it on Orb of Storms and Solar Orb to detonate those as well, which means you can create many infusions at once.
The Firestorm ability here, on top of being able to go full Palpatine. Oh my God.
We also have a Spirit Reservation skill and a support gem to help generate them too. On the passive tree, we added quite a few new keystones to the Sorceress section. Here are a couple of examples.
Ugh!
The Black Flame Covenant keystone converts your fire spells to chaos and causes your ignites to deal chaos damage. Your fire spells and ignites will also turn purple.
Ah!
The Ritual Cadence keystone causes your invocation skills to trigger more times, but makes them trigger periodically over a longer duration instead of one. Great for those auto bomber builds.
Oh my God.
Now, in addition to skill,
Oh. Oh. Bro. Big PP Sork. Bro. Big PP Sork. Oh my God. Sork right now. I think Sork is number 2. Sork's number 2 now, guys. I'm still going with Thor as number 1. Sork is number 2. Rangers 3. Monk is 4.
changes. We've added
Oh
a lot
my
more options to the
God.
passive tree for each class. Overall, there are more than 100 new notables on the tree, usually around 20 per class.
They don't talk about Huntress? Is Huntress not here?
With smaller clusters as well. Check out the old version. And here's the new version.
Holy
It's a lot
fuck, dude. My brain's gonna
more
explode.
dense, and there's more interesting nodes than before.
Oh my God, my brain
Now, we
hurts.
probably can't go through too many of these in the live stream.
my brain
so I'll
hurts.
just show you one from each class's area of the tree. We tried to be a lot more thematic with the new nodes. So for example, the Molten One's Gift. It lets the benefit of Armor Break apply to your fire damage. Or how about Last Stand, which gives you lots of
Ooh.
stats as your situation becomes more and more desperate.
Ooh, I like that.
A lot of these have themes aligning with the sentence.
Well, I knew Lightning Spear would be crazy nerfed. He said, you know what they talked about, the blocking and parry for Huntress? That was it? Oh, yeah, that was all. That's right. That's all they talked about. Which is mechanics I don't like. Even if I was to start with Warrior, I would care less about the parrying and all that stuff. I mean, I might use it early, but holy crap. But I figured Lightning Spear would be nerfed. It would have to be nerfed. I mean,
Classes. Like for the Gemling Legionnaire, for example. You have crystallized immunities, which makes you immune to different status ailments, depending on which support gem color you have socketed the most.
Holy fuck.
Another Ascendancy class align notable is Sanguimatic Rituals. It allows arcane surges to generate life instead of mana, unlocking that support gem to be used with the Blood Mage Ascendancy.
That's interesting.
In the Sork area, you'll find these Archon nodes that allow you to convert all of your elemental damage to a specific element.
Gain Lightning Archon after spending 100% of maximum mana. What's Lightning Archon?
You become a Lightning Archon when you spend enough mana, after which all your skills will be converted to lightning, and you will do extra lightning damage as well.
Bruh.
Ones for cold and fire too, with different triggers. Here's another cool one. Elemental Practitioner gives crit bonuses if you've triggered a skill recently, while also making crits generate more energy for triggers. Or maybe you'd like the Great Boar. It gives you a reason to stack dexterity to make you tougher, giving a bonus to life and stun threshold. Or the Cunning Fox. It straight up gives you 5% quality to all your gems. Now, another major change is attribute requirements. We felt like players probably had a few too many nodes and attributes.
Nova is working behind me as a mod and on her stuff, okay? And I'm going to tell you this right now. GGG has outdone themselves. They are doing things unprecedented in the ARPG space. If they're not number one right now, they are number one. They're number one. Yeah, I don't give a flying shit about Druid, okay? It would have been great. It would have been great to play a brand new class. But this is going to be awesome. And we're not even to the end game stuff yet. Oh my God.
And not enough in interesting passives. So we lowered attribute requirements by 25% across
Okay,
the
that's
board.
great.
That means you'll have more points to spend on interesting notables rather than just needing to allocate more strength, dex, and int.
I love that.
Now, there are way more changes than just these. These are just some of the cooler ones we wanted to show off. But I'd say that's just about enough for now.
Oh
We're not
my
even
God.
half done yet.
How dare you edge me like this, Jonathan? How dare you edge me like this, Jonathan? You sick, twisted mother. Oh. Ah. You freaking edgelord.
So I think it's time that we talk about the League, the rise of the Abyssal. And to do that, I'd like to hand things over to Mark.
As you just saw,
yeah,
even
you
though there are
hand it
major
over to
changes
Mark,
the campaign
edgelord.
for this update, we want to make sure that every time you come back for an expansion, each area feels different with something extra going on. It is really important to make sure your experience when returning between expansions is fresh and filled with new content. And the way we did this was through leagues. Every expansion we make has a league, which not only has a fresh economy, but also has new content exclusively available in that league. So,
yes, what he just said, and I wish I was a much bigger creator and I could just, you know, send that message through space to all of the other developers in the ARPG space. You really need to stop making all the brand new content in like whatever legacy mode where everything gets it to where there's no exclusivity to playing the season and league or whatever. Stop making it available for people who don't want to do that. Let them suffer and burn and cry in the corner for 3 months until that stuff ends. And if you decide to add it, then let them play it. Please keep the new stuff separate So players who don't care about starting over will play it, and then all the casual whiny babies that need to cry and get enabled, they can stay in standard or legacy or whatever and wait 3 months. They can wait. They can be a league behind. If they don't like that and want to start over, then boo-hoo, ha-ha, deal with it. You're a gamer. This is 2025. Stop whining.
Let's delve into the details of what Path of Exile 2's first official league is bringing to the table. The Abyssal are a race that have mastery of forbidden magics and necromancy. They were thought to be extinct, but have merely been biding their time underground. You first encounter signs of the Abyssal in Clairfell.
Oh,
where you
okay.
discover that during the night, weaker members of the Undead Legion have been attacking the encampment.
Right in the beginning.
The townsfolk require your help to investigate where the monsters are coming from and put a stop to their attacks.
Hello, Mortimer. Damn, dude, he's been through it all. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that
As you
beard.
proceed through Rayclast, you'll find fissures in the earth connected to larger pits. The monsters normally inhabiting the area are being affected by it, harmed by it even, having their souls eaten to strengthen the abyssal underground.
See, look how
As you
bad
defeat
Cross
monsters,
the mercenary
the
looks.
fissure closes and abyssal emerge, angered by you killing their food.
Oh!
Once all those fissures have been sealed, the pit activates, and more abyssal pour out.
Oh,
This is
shit.
where the larger and more dangerous monsters reveal themselves.
Oh, my
As
God.
hordes of abyss will spew out from the pit to take your soul. If you kill a magic pack, then magic abyss will arise. If you kill a rare, then a rare monster will emerge from the pit,
Okay.
having absorbed some or all of its modifiers for itself.
What the fuck?
This means the monsters emerging will generally be more difficult and more rewarding, as each modifier gives better rewards.
Okay.
If you are able to kill them all, the pit will seal shut. As each pit is closed, it reveals a potential reward.
God, it
Abyssal
looks
crows
so
will rise up out
good.
of the pits, allowing you to get some epic loot.
What's that?
Areas often
What's that
contain
gnaw
many
rib?
pits
What? Wait,
with
what
many
the fuck
fissures,
was that?
And the amount goes up as you progress through the game, getting more intense.
I love that
It
ability
doesn't stop there.
on.
When monster mods are absorbed, they have a chance to become infused with the dark necromancy.
Okay, they're trying to make Monk
transforming
look
them
really
into
good.
abyssal modifiers. For
I don't know what
example,
ability that is, but
you
that shit
defeat
looks
this
awesome.
monster with the mana siphoner modifier. Their soul is eaten by the pit, and a rare monster emerges.
Okay.
The mana siphoner modifier has transformed into soul siphoner.
Okay.
And is now amplified in danger and reward. Abyssal pits also interact with other monsters and mechanics. If you defeat a rogue exile that's near one, it'll be revived as a Lichborn that has multiple abyssal modifiers.
So the Rogue Exiles are back.
Lichborn exiles even have their own unique jewel they can drop, if you are lucky enough to encounter and kill them. If an abyss spawns near a boss, killing it will summon a gigantic Giga Larvae creature.
What?
Monsters imprisoned in essences near abyssal pits are affected by the abyss too.
Oh shit,
They will
that's
come
cool.
with an additional new essence item that can be
Essence
used
of
to
the
craft your
Abyss.
items. So, that's your bread and butter of the Abyssal League. Kill
Okay,
surface
that's
dwelling
sweet.
monsters, kill the emerging abyssal, close the fissures, overcome pit encounters, and reap the rewards.
Whirlwind looks good
There's
again.
a lot more to this league, however.
Or Twister. I think it was
As you
Twister.
complete abysses, you can find ancient pieces of bone, preserved from the remains of fallen Lichborn. These are one of the many rewards for your mission to seal the pits.
Desecrates a rare weapon or
You can
quiver.
use this on a rare item to imbue it with abyssal magic,
Okay.
adding a special hidden modifier to your item. But how do you reveal it?
Oh, so wait, is that basically veiled? Is that veiled?
In Act 2 of the campaign, you'll encounter a new area. This area is overrun by the Abyssal and the Lost Men.
Basically, John, yeah, veiled.
After clearing through this area, you'll find the Well of Souls, a giant cavity with a massive vortex of souls swirling beneath you. So how do you reveal the mods on your abyssal-infused items?
Okay.
Obviously, just throw them in, right? Yes, that's exactly what you do. Before throwing it in, you are given the option of how you want to transform it, in the form of a choice of 3 different modifiers.
Yeah, it's
Once
Jun.
you've chosen your desired
Sweet.
mod,
Love it.
throw it in.
Love
where
it.
It will absorb the power of the souls, and the ominous creature will then retrieve it for you. These modifiers can be ones from the core mod pool, all the way through to specialized modifiers that cannot normally appear on items. During the campaign, you can use it as a way to more easily add useful existing mods, but during the endgame, there is a whole set of new and powerful mods you can add to your items. Like this mod for crossbows that allows you to place an additional ballista totem.
Oh, that's cool.
Or this one that adds spirit to your staff.
Ooh, about time.
Or this one that allows you to generate more combo with your quarterstaff skills. And speaking of endgame, you can also use the system to craft waystones. With
Really?
preserved vertebrae fused into your waystones, you can get some new modifiers that push difficulty and rewards to new heights.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here are some examples of those mods. You always get a choice of 3, so you can avoid anything you don't think your character is capable of. With this modifier, the
Okay,
natural
that is
inhabitants of the
really
area
sweet.
are all spawned near abysses. And there are up to 9 additional abyssal pits in the area.
Holy
making it just
shit.
a full-on abyss ruckus. Or this one, which causes the final abyssal pit in the area to always result in a boss encounter.
Oh, I like
Be it
that.
either one underground or one that emerges out.
Dark Domain.
There are dozens of these waystone modifiers in total you can get from this crafting. That covers the new crafting mechanics.
That is so
what's
good.
left? Well, we talked about how when closing pits you can get abyssal troves, but sometimes when closing an abyss, you'll reveal an underground cavern that leads to the abyssal depths. After jumping into the depths, you'll find an
Man,
abyssal
Spark looks
city,
so good.
swarming with legions of the undead. When underground, every single rare abyssal enemy will have an abyssal modifier. And at the end of the dungeon, you'll even find a rare with a more powerful Lichborn modifier.
Whoa.
Once you're able to defeat this powerful rare, you can also find some nice rewards.
Greater Orb of
Aside
Augmentation?
from the entire area being valuable due to the abyssal modifiers on the monsters, it has its own specific drops too. One example is a set of lineage supports that can rarely be found in these depths, like Kurgel's Leash.
Okay.
This support empowers both you and your minions when you command them, granting unholy might to you both.
Okay.
Another depth-specific outcome is a set of omen-like items that amplify your abyssal crafting.
Okay, Abyssal's insane.
Additionally, we're adding some new socketables that can drop from the abyssal depths. Take Ulaman's Gaze, which can be socketed into your armor. These are a bit special in that you can only have one equipped at a time, but give some pretty powerful effects.
So these are like legendary gems, kind
Think of
of.
them as almost a unique socketable for your equipment.
Yeah, that's like a legendary gem.
In the endgame, where you can still find depths, you also start to find a different type of underground chamber. In these areas, you'll find an ancient spire, a device being used
Whoa.
by commanders of the abyssal factions to plunge Rayclast into a lightless void. Your goal is simple. Kill this commander. and
I ain't gonna lie, the
destroy
unarmed monk looks dope.
There are 4 bosses in the Abyss League, and there are some pretty cool uniques
4
available for them.
bosses?
An example is this belt, Darkness Enthroned. It has 2 sockets. But hold on, socketables don't work on belts. Well, this belt has a special mod that allows it to count as a different slot for the purpose of socketables.
Wow.
This one, for example, counts as a helmet. I kind of want one that counts as a body armor. I wonder how rare that one is. You can also find this unique jewel, Undying Hate. This jewel transforms part of your passive skill tree into
Oh,
an abyssal
they're bringing
version
those in here now.
and has multiple depths. The deeper it goes, the more of your passive tree is affected, allowing you to fulfill your fantasy of becoming part Abyssal Lich.
That's sweet.
Now, the last thing that Abyssal commanders can drop is a Finger of the Lich. But what use do you have with a random undead finger? Well, the next time you return to the Well of Souls, with the finger in your inventory, your character will almost feel compelled. To do what, though, you might ask? To jump in. The items you threw in came back more powerful, right? So what's the worst that could happen? Well, you will just have to find that one out for yourself. Along with the introduction
Oh,
of Act 4 and the interlude,
that
we will
son
be
of a
adding
bitch.
25 new in-game maps. These maps will contain all the new monsters and bosses we're adding, improving variety and giving you opportunities
That
to
son of a
experience the new boss
bitch.
fights
Edged
many
again.
times. Let's take a look at some examples. Rock Pools is a map where you explore a shallow rocky coastline, surrounded by coral and filled with sirens.
Okay, that's not bad.
At the end is a giant Goblin King boss, ready to eat sulfite and squish you like a bug.
Oh, God.
Holton is an Ezomite township which has seen better days. Explore and clear the township to find a gothic, Reaper-like boss.
That boss looks
with
like
the
he-
ability to
like it'd be
manipulate
fun.
storms and fry you with both lightning and wither you with chaos.
Ooh.
Given some of the new bosses added are a bit more epic, such as the Act boss and final
Oh,
bosses
shit.
of each interlude part,
Whoa.
it would be a bit of a waste to just use them as regular map bosses.
I like that, though.
Instead, we'll be adding some new mechanics to the Atlas that use them. These
Okay.
start appearing pretty fast into the endgame and will help bridge the gap until you do your pinnacle bosses.
Okay.
In the desert biome, you can encounter a wild sandstorm. 3 maps around the sandstorm contain a device you must activate. Upon doing this, the sandstorm's magic is disrupted, revealing the map inside and allowing you to access it and find the cause.
Okay.
This presents itself in the form of a boss, similar to the existing Citadel bosses. This boss is
Oh.
a Faradin Swordmaster, who has been blessed with the power of a time gem, allowing him to take his swordsmanship to the next level by replicating himself,
Oh.
maneuvering rapidly,
Oh.
and severing the fabric of time itself with his
What
powerful
the
slashes.
fuck?
In the water biome, you'll encounter a giant maelstrom, where one of the maps surrounding the water biome connects to it, but the connection is obscured. You must run the maps nearby,
Ooh.
hoping to find a beacon, which will remove the maelstrom and reveal the connection to that map.
I like
Another
this.
example is the
That's
Zaval
cool.
Vault in the mountain biome. But how do we get inside? Running the adjacent maps to it will yield a key, which you can then use to gain access to this vault. Or, you could just trade for one, I guess. Use the key to dispel the powerful force field surrounding it, leading to
Okay.
the Val Elite and their rewards inside. These all contain Uber versions of the Act 4 boss, and the bosses at the end of each part of the interlude.
Oh, interesting.
And each have
Okay.
their own exclusive drop pool of new lineage supports, which, as Jonathan spoke about earlier, are powerful support gems that modify your skills in pretty crazy ways.
Oh my God,
As an
dude.
example of a lineage support which can come from the Faradin Swordmaster mentioned earlier, we have Garo Khan's Resolve, which causes your critical strikes to fork, but requires some mobility on your part to properly enable. From the boss sealed in the Val Vault, we have Paquate's Pact, which supports your war cries, causing them to inflict massive amounts of corrupted blood at the cost of your own life. Additionally, some maps can now spawn summoning circles, a room resembling an Ezomite henge. Activating this henge will spawn bosses.
Oh,
It's as simple as
shit. Hell yeah.
We'll also be making changes to how affixes and waystones work. As the current prefixes equals good, suffixes equals bad,
Okay.
iteration isn't quite hitting the mark. We tried something new here in Path of Exile 2, but after seeing the feedback, we decided we actually liked what we had in Path of Exile 1 more. Like Path of Exile 1, each affix will now be both difficult and rewarding. Waystone mods now grant an increase to the number of waystones dropped, and an additional specific upside attached to it. This means as you roll your map, they will continue to get more difficult and more rewarding. And
Oh, I
allow you
see.
to customize the difficulty and rewards of your maps better. For example,
Okay.
the Frostbitten mod, which causes enemies to deal cold damage, also increases the rarity of items dropped as its upside. Whereas the Of Venom suffix modifier, which causes enemies to poison on hit, has the upside of granting increased pack size.
Okay, that's great.
Some maps will end up
Love
having
it.
a lot of rarity, some a lot of pack size, and others will
That's
just
great.
have a mixture of everything.
Yeah, that's really good.
Due to now having more modifiers granting difficulty, We will, of course, be reducing the difficulty per modifier to account for this.
That's really good.
So, that's your Atlas, maps, and waystones. But what about Breach, Ritual, Pinnacle content, and others of the sort?
So wait, what about the towers, man?
We're making some changes around this too. The first change is that you'll now be able to invest 2 points into your specific League Atlas trees before having to run the Pinnacle content.
Okay, that's nice.
There will be a specific objective for each type of content which grants you those points. For example, in the case of Delirium, it's simple. You just need to find and kill one of the bosses in a map, Omniphobia or Kosis. The rest of the points for each content come from the Pinnacle content.
Yeah, that's
But we're
fine.
making some changes to accessibility here too. Currently, access to most Pinnacle content requires the same key at the easiest and most difficult version of the content. This creates a negative feeling where at lower difficulties, instead of wanting to run the content, you're often better off just selling it to someone who can run it at maximum difficulty.
Okay.
To address this, each content will now drop splinters, which will not form into singular items. Instead of using the singular combined item in the realm gate, you can now just bring your splinters.
Wait, what?
Upon inserting the splinters into the realm gate, an interface will appear, allowing you to pick your difficulty, and you'll notice each difficulty has a different entry cost. This means if you want to run easier difficulties, it costs less, which also allows you to run this content much sooner into the endgame. Because these encounters
Okay,
now just require
that's
splinters,
pretty good.
their corresponding Atlas tree no longer affects the difficulty of them, and has been changed to purely affect the content and maps on the Atlas. The Arbiter of Ash works a bit differently. Instead of requiring splinters, he still needs crisis fragments.
Okay.
We now have only 2 difficulties of the Arbiter. The first, requiring the existing fragments obtained from citadels.
Right.
The second, Uber Arbiter, requires calamity fragments. These come from citadel bosses also, but only once you've allocated the maximum number of points in your boss Atlas tree,
Okay.
ensuring those citadels are at their highest difficulty level.
That's nice.
Since we're talking about Pinnacle content, we also felt that the leveling curve in the late game was a bit too steep. We've smoothed this out a bit so that it's easier to get to the mid-90s. We've
Oh.
also added some new in-game unique items.
Okay,
Let's take a
interesting.
look at a couple.
I like that. I mean, I got a
Thunderfist
lot
is
of
a
my stuff
pair
to
of
like
gloves that
93,
grants
94,
crackling
so.
A skill which empowers your unarmed attacks, granting the ability to call down the storms themselves on enemies you hit. Put simply, literally every monster you hit with your unarmed skills will be struck by powerful lightning. Pair this with the aforementioned hollow
what?
palm technique to embrace your true unarmed prowess in combat. Another unique way
That is badass.
Sight. Equip this amulet to be granted the power of the Mother of Death herself. This is reflected by granting you a skill called Foresight.
Okay.
While you have Foresight, your dodge roll no longer avoids hits. But
Okay.
instead, being hit while dodge rolling restores you to full life and makes you unable to die for a brief period of time. You'll notice when this does occur, a copy of your character appears and takes the full damage. This is you seeing that future, as if you hadn't been wearing the amulet.
Meh.
Ultimately, your in-game experience should be more streamlined, with new content to find. You'll be
Meh.
able to invest in your Atlas trees sooner, engage with Pinnacle content faster, have less FOMO running said Pinnacle content, reach higher levels easier, and do all of that while finding many new chase endgame items. Talking about finding
Holy
items is one
shit,
thing,
dude.
but what about crafting them?
Holy shit,
We've
man.
taken a step back and looked at some
This
of our
league
crafting
is gonna
systems to
be
make some notable
crazy.
improvements. Let's start with essences, which suffered from an issue where the regular
Yeah.
essences were effectively
Essences
useless
sucked.
and didn't give players the tools or excitement that
Well, here's the thing. The tools are excitement. The thing is that we just never found them. That was the issue. We could like never find the essences, and the lesser ones were really bad and the greater ones were good. We just never found them.
a crafting system should provide. To alleviate these concerns, essences are being changed in a few ways.
Okay.
Firstly, they're being changed to function like regals and add specific modifiers with specific values.
Okay.
Meaning you know exactly what you're going to get. We found that players were often bottlenecked by regal orbs when crafting in the campaign.
Yeah, we
so
were.
This helps to fill that gap, allowing you to better upgrade your items.
Okay.
For example, this Lesser Essence of Flames, which will be able to add a flat amount of fire damage to your magic martial weapons.
Okay.
Secondly, we're adding many more tiers.
So then you got
That Lesser
regular.
Essence of Flames, for example, has a regular variant and a greater variant too, adding even more fire damage with each upgrade.
Okay, very nice.
The intention of this is so that when you find one early on, you don't worry about holding on to it till later to use on a higher level item. You should feel free to use them as they come to get powerful upgrades during the campaign.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Lastly, our highest tier of essences,
Perfect.
now called Perfect Essences, will function like a Chaos Orb instead of a Regal.
Okay.
So it will replace one of the modifiers on your rare items with the specified mod. Such
Interesting.
As this Perfect Essence of Flames. You'll notice this one doesn't just add flat fire damage like the ones before it. The Perfect Essences often give something a bit different, with some opportunities to be pretty damn powerful.
Okay.
There are many different essences, each with many tiers, covering many of the more core modifiers you'd want on items early on, through to chase specialized ones for in-game.
Man, they love
Speaking of
showcasing
in-game,
Warrior,
we
dude.
really wanted to expand our crafting options for late in-game crafting projects. You might
Okay.
have noticed that at in-game, you get way too many transmutes. Wouldn't it be nice if some of those didn't drop, but instead you got something a little more powerful? At higher levels, you can now find Greater Orb of Transmutation
I like Kittle.
and Perfect Orb of Transmutation. These
But
can be used
Bowers
on
is
normal
dope too,
items to
but
upgrade
yeah,
them to
Kittle's
magic,
dope.
ensuring that the modifier generated is of a minimum level. This is similar to how you find higher tier items on the ground, but for crafting. These higher tiers will also exist for Orb of Augmentation, Regal Orb,
Okay.
Exalted Orb,
Okay.
and Chaos Orb, meaning you can get all of the orbs required to take your item from normal rarity to a fully completed rare with
Oh my
guaranteed high tier
god,
mods.
dude.
On top of these new core crafting currencies, we wanted to make sure there are powerful crafting bases to use them on. Now in in-game, you can start to find exceptional items.
Ooh.
These are items that drop at normal rarity and are perfect for your from-scratch crafting projects.
Oh, that's
They can
awesome.
come with extra quality, up to 30%, or an additional socket to use your crafting socketables in.
Ooh, I
And
like
yes,
that.
They can be corrupted for yet another socket.
Holy shit.
You can also get exceptional unique items.
Okay.
To add even further to your crafting arsenal, we've added a whole suite of new omens to ritual content, and removed some of the more unimpactful ones that weren't being used. Some of the new omens include the Omen of the Ancients,
Okay.
which will cause your next Orb of Chance to not destroy the item,
Ooh, that's
but generate a random unique
badass.
of the same class.
Oh, that's
Or
so
the Omen
good.
of Sanctification, which is my new favorite. This will cause your next Divine Orb used on a rare item to re-roll the values of its modifiers, allowing
Okay.
it to exceed the normal minimum and maximum values,
Oh.
raising the ceiling on the new most powerful rare items in the game. This omen will also cause your item to become sanctified. Sanctified items cannot be crafted, just like corrupted ones.
Oh
consider
my
carefully when you
God.
use this.
So it can
Another
go up
is
to
the
an
Omen
extra
of Chaotic
20%?
Monsters, which will cause your next Chaos Orb to re-roll all modifiers on a Waystone,
That's nice.
allowing you to fix your maps if you get some modifiers that are not feasible for your build.
Right. Yeah, it just redoes them all.
Besides these examples, there is a huge variety
Holy
of new omens
shit,
for you to
man.
discover in your ritual encounters. With the release of Act 4, notably taking place in the Kardori Archipelago, you'll be able to now find
Ooh.
a new currency item, Henikora's Lock. Henikora, the Kardori goddess of death, has the power of foresight. And is able to
Okay.
see many futures, including
The
the outcome of
Suave.
your next craft. So, imbuing her lock onto an item gives you that same power too. For example, you'll know whether or not to use an Exalted Orb on your item, as you will know exactly what the outcome is.
Yeah, but where
So,
do you see it
with all
at?
these new crafting improvements, it's safe to foresight
Wait, hold on.
and is able to see many futures, including the outcome of your next craft. So, imbuing her lock onto an
Okay, so there's the lock.
item gives you that same power too. For example, you'll know whether or not to use an
Oh, so it's giving it leech? Yeah, so it would give it leech.
Improvements, it's safe to say you're going to be making some epic items, and not necessarily just ones for yourself. So
You're like, oh, that's going to give me leech? Yeah, I don't care.
given that, it's time to talk about a massive one.
Okay, here we go.
Trade. It's finally here. The moment
Finally.
we've all been waiting for. Fully
Oh.
asynchronous trade. Over the years, the way players trade with each other in Path of Exile 1 has morphed from using the forums through to the in-game chat, all the way through to using the website.
God, I hate the
These
fucking
systems
website, dude.
and all their iterations work for a while, but with each iteration, new problems eventually reveal themselves. Be it requiring you to be in your hideout too much instead of out there killing monsters, or never getting responses from people who are either AFK or just can't be bothered. In order to finally solve this, and this has been a long time coming, we're adding a new system that allows you to buy items from other players without requiring the seller to be present.
Oh,
They can continue
yeah.
farming, killing monsters, AFK as they please, and can even be offline. With the introduction of King's March in Act 4, you will encounter Ange, assistant
This
to
is
Rog in
so
the Meridian
good.
Free Traders Company. Over
This
the
is
last few
so
decades or
good.
so, since Path of Exile 1's storyline, Faustus has handed down his knowledge and expertise to Ange, and she is now ready to take over his business.
Okay.
If you have a hideout unlocked already, you can immediately invite her there. If you don't have a hideout yet, you will need to acquire one. You can do this by completing a quest to defeat one of the bosses inhabiting an island in Act 4, allowing you then to take a slice of it for yourself, making it your new home and base of
Ooh, I like
operations.
that. Shoreline
Once
hideout.
invited to your hideout,
Oh, look
she
at
will
that,
now
dude.
serve as operating your currency exchange,
All right, I want that
but
hideout.
also serve as the figurehead in your new trading empire. So, how does this new system work? In the existing trade system, you would list items for sale in premium stash tabs.
Right?
And then when someone wanted one, you'd have to take it out for yourself and trade it to them.
Yep, that's true.
Now, instead of using those, you can give your items to Ange so she can sell them for you. Each item must have a price set. The prices are set using in-game currency items,
Holy
such as
shit.
Exalted Orbs or Chaos Orbs. Once a price is set, other players will be able to find the item by searching for it on the trade website. Once a
Okay.
desired item has been found, you can hit a button, which will instantly teleport your character in-game to their hideout.
Oh,
Then, you can immediately purchase the item. And while there, if you want, browse their other goods.
that
in
is
case there's a
so
good deal someone else hasn't yet
sweet.
discovered. You'll notice that as a buyer, on top of the currency the seller set for the price, it also costs gold to purchase an item.
Yeah,
As Ange
that's
has bills
fine.
to pay after all.
We're going to get so much
As
gold,
a
it doesn't
seller,
matter.
You'll immediately receive a notification when an item of yours is sold, and can also see an effect above Ange in your hideout when she is.
Oh my God, this is insane. Oh, this is going to be so good. How many times have we been like sitting on the trade site just waiting, trying to get stuff? Oh my God, man. This new trade system is so damn good. So damn good.
Unclaimed currency.
Yep, no more bots undercutting, no more like stupid like price setters trying to mess stuff up, and like, oh my God, it's so good.
Just go talk to her, claim your currency, and continue playing at your leisure.
Oh, that's so sweet.
As many people already acquired premium stash tabs for the purpose of the trade system,
Yep, we have.
we wanted to add a way for you to convert your existing tabs to merchants tabs, if you want. You can do
Oh.
that here, on the website.
Okay.
Only if you purchase those tabs before the release of the third edict. To clarify, the existing trade system will remain fully intact, so your premium stash tabs will not lose any of their functionality. We
Okay, so you're
figured
just
people
making it.
might want to switch over to this new system.
Hell
we
yeah.
expect a lot of feedback around this new system and are looking forward to trying it out with you. as we are not able to test internally with an entire thriving economy, there will certainly be some kinks to work out.
Yeah, of course.
Based on how the system goes, we will be adding it to Path of Exile 1 when ready, so any of the tabs you purchase will also be usable there.
Oh my god, they're bringing it to PoE 1 too?
Next up, we're going to be talking about our new supporter packs. Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs.
Holy
The
shit.
Justice and Trathan Executioner packs.
I want Justice.
Each tier
Or no,
contains the pack's
Executioner.
full face value in points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way.
W
The
League.
Justice series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. Claim glory after defeating enemies, or inspire your allies by calling down the Banner of Justice portal.
That's
the
sweet.
Sphinx Mystic hideout decoration will identify items for you, displaying them
Oh.
as it does so. This
That's
ancient
neat.
creature has been presented with many items over the eons, so has some strong expressions to make on the quality of
Yeah,
your
I know the
weapons.
patch notes are absolutely crazy.
Become a true warrior, worthy of delivering the justice of the eternal gods, with the Apostle of Justice armor set.
That's okay. Meh.
This armor set also comes with a matching back attachment
Meh.
containing a set of scales to measure your worth.
Meh.
With the Apostle of Justice finisher effect equipped, the Goddess of Justice herself will appear to decide on a verdict for slain unique enemies.
All right, that's sweet.
Witness as she decides the fate of your slain foes. Will they ascend to be amongst the gods, or be banished to the underworld?
Oh, that's cool.
The Griffin fledgling pet will be your courageous companion as you journey throughout Rayclass.
Nice.
Take your place in the skies in the Plateau of the Gods hideout.
Holy shit.
This hideout comes with many different sections for setting up your home or base of operations.
Okay,
In
that
order to travel
hideout's
between them,
badass.
You simply just need to walk off the edge.
What the
Like
fuck?
a true eternal god, you can float between the mountains on the clouds themselves.
What?
The Trathan Executioner pack series also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. The Trathan Executioner finisher effect is a brutal display of
That
Trathan
okay,
might,
that finisher effect is
crushing slain
sweet.
unique enemies as if they were bugs beneath your heel.
That's sweet.
As
I
a
like that.
Trathan Executioner, you're the perfect master for the ever-hungry carrion raptor pet. It has taken a particular liking to the taste of other pets, and at your command it will swoop down and eviscerate them,
Oh
proceeding to
shit.
satisfy its hunger by feeding on their corpse.
Oh.
The nobles of the 4 major Trathan houses had their mercenaries, but if their hired hands became notably irritating,
I think that
you'll have
armor
to
set
call
is
in
better
the
than the
Trathan
Justice one.
Executioners.
I think that
You
one's
can
better.
now embrace their methods and become brutality incarnate with the Cruel Trathan Executioner armor set.
That's sweet.
The matching Cruel Trathan Executioner cloak will shroud you in scarlet as you crush the skulls of your enemies and leave a trail of blood behind you as you build up a kill streak.
That's cool.
Or use the alternate variant to simply put a skeleton on your back.
Eh.
Be bathed in blood as you mutilate monsters with the Cruel Trathan Executioner character effect. The swirling blood increases in volume as your spree of slaughter continues.
That's kind of sweet.
Both this effect and the cloak use the same kill streak for tracking how much blood is shown. After a long and tiring day of executions, enjoy a relaxing game of dice with the Goblin Gambler's hideout decoration.
Oh, that's
They'll
cool.
definitely be playing fair, right?
That's cool.
The Pulverizer map device brings a horrid efficiency to punishing the damned of Trathus. Each map you open will execute the next
180?
victims.
Good lord, I'm not made of
This
money.
map device in its true ruthlessness tracks the total number of monsters killed, your kills per second, and your largest kill streak up to the point of the map being completed. This is then displayed on a leaderboard, so you can take a measure of you and your friends' violence at the end of each
Oh
map.
my god, that's so cool.
Additionally, any microtransactions from the supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 1.
Wait, that's it? Well, that ended briefly. Holy shit, dude. Oh. Okay. Okay.
now also has air over.
Yeah. Oh. I feel exhausted after watching that. Holy shit, man. Dude, why can't other ARPG developers do stuff like this, man? Why? Why? This is epic. Corporate overlords. You could be exactly right, man. Oh, dude, this league is going to be so insane. Oh my God, it's going to be so fun. I don't know what to play. I do not know what to play, you guys. Yeah, selling items offline. I can't believe it's happening. They didn't cook with this patch. They straight up opened a 3-star Michelin star restaurant. Oh. Oh my God. That new trade system. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I'll unmute in a second, guys. Oh my God. Ray said other ARPGs only care about money, not the players, man. Holy shit. Oh my God. These changes just made the game 100,000 times better. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's such a good point. Oh my God, look at this. This single patch has more content than Diablo 4 plus expansion. Oh my God. With 329 likes. Holy shit. Game isn't even full release yet. Oh my God. Yeah, but does it have a cookbook? Nope, doesn't have a cookbook. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my God, that's so good. Look at this guy. Their only content here is Act 4 with some new maps, bro. Rest is quality of life changes and old PoE 1 mechanics. Don't be so impressed, little human. Jeez, what a hater, bro. What a hater. Oh my God. So new skills, new passive tree nodes, new supports, new items are quality of life, or maybe PoE 1 mechanics. Oh, this guy's just looking for attention is what he is. And it's free. There it is. Probably some D4 lover. Yeah, that right there is a 100% D4 Andy. This guy. That's a D4 Andy. That is a D4 Andy, bro. And I love Diablo 4, especially as a partner. But bro, you got to take yourself away from being an Andy on a game and just like look at things objectively. Like, bruh. Like, come on, bro. Oh my God. Oh my, and it's free. That's the killer. That's like the killer. And this is free. What did Kevin say? Oh, wait, what did Kevin say? Where's Kevin? What did he say? Is he not glazing? Because it's not wrong, but it's still jarring how D4 lives rent-free in people's heads on a consistent level instead of just focusing on GGG and being happy via the video. It's only jarring from your perspective. It's like the Star Wars syndrome when a company makes a product that consumers like and then change it over time into something feeling completely different. And then people will hate you for it and go somewhere else, all the while expressing their reasonings the whole time. Star Wars, Dragon Age, Diablo, Resident Evil, etc. True that. Especially Star Wars. Holy shit, dude. Now, this is a vision I can see and get behind. Oh, holy fuck, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. This is the best ever. Whoops, what the hell? Oh my gosh, bro. Absolutely insane, man. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, the mermaid sold it. I'm playing. Without a new class and new ascendancy and still 100 times better, more content and fun than D4 de Suave. Holy shit. GGG are absolute legends. Jesus, dude, this is nuts, man. It only took 13 years, bro. What a hater. The game is free. The game is free, bro. I think people like this person just don't understand. It took 13 years of a free game of people supporting with just cosmetics. Instead of charging, you know, $70, $80 for the game, like, the game was free. The game is free, bro. Holy shit, man. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit, dude. This is just crazy. This guy's an idiot. He literally just said that. This guy's a dummy. I'm changing my negative Steam review. Wow, what a loser. Right, yeah, and that's the other thing too. Yeah, 100% right. Then charging for a battle pass and then charging for all this stuff. Like, the game is free. Like, you don't have to support them at all. And they're taking whatever money that they were getting and making the game better. Like, it's free. Like, holy shit, dude. Oh, this guy's hating. Low effort rage bait. 100%. Oh my God, bro. I mean, maybe this is true. It's both, but now it should be better. Holy shit, man. And where's the one comment earlier? Where's the one comment somebody said? We're still in early access, bro. The game's not even fully released. It's not even fully released, bro. Not even fully released. Oh my gosh, man. Well, guys, it's official. PoE 2 might become the greatest ARPG to ever exist. It might become the greatest ARPG to ever exist. Even more so than PoE 1. Holy shit. Oh my god. Like. Holy shit. Depending on how good that fire Thor throw is, I still might have to go Ranger or Sorcerer. Good lord, dude. Massive dub. Massive dub. Is doing season passes and adding limit content per day you can do. Yeah, I mean, but the game's free. That's the thing. That's why, like, you know, like when you have battle passes and you have all this extra stuff for a game that you already paid for, like, that's where it's a big problem, because like I already paid for the game. So now you want me to pay extra? Like, this game's free. Oh my god. All right, guys. This reveal was absolutely nuts. I'm super excited for Path of Exile 2, which is great because I've been playing Escape from Tarkov and just kind of vibing and waiting and waiting and waiting. We did the D4 stuff from the PTR, which was cool. We finished all that. We did that in 3 hours, which was sweet. So we got all that done, which was fantastic. Thubgun's already looking at his Ranger build, which is crazy. About crafting that. 35 move speed boots and 6 arrows. But yeah, man, this was crazy. I'm excited. Very, very excited. So, but that is going to do it for tonight's stream, guys. I really do appreciate everybody being here. This was great. I'm going to have a bunch of clips out. I might do a full video reacting to some of this, but it's mainly just going to be some clips. So make sure to go check out my YouTube shorts and stuff and the clips over on TikTok. But yeah, man, this is an absolute banger of a dub. I cannot wait to play. I really think I'm going to be playing every single class. I think I won't do minions, but I will be playing every single class. That Forge Hammer, oh my god, dude. If there's some way to give that hammer AoE and stuff like that, that shit would be badass, bro. I could put the whole VOD on my channel. Well, it's the stream, but I could put the whole VOD there. I could download the video and just put the whole VOD on. Holy crap, man. What a banger. I probably should do that and just reacting to it all. Holy shit. All right, guys. I will catch everybody back in the next stream. I really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night. This is fantastic. Go check out the patch notes. I'm going to try to read them. I'm scrambled eggs right now. This is just so overwhelming. It's insane. But yeah, guys, I will catch you next time. Enjoy the rest of your night. Be safe. Have fun. And as always, stay gaming. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Like the stream. Like the stream.